Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gingerbread Village. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and giving this video a big thumbs up. Today is going to be something different for me. I am branching out of my comfort zone and showing you some cooking. So I have told you all that I broke up with fast food, that we don't eat fast food much at all anymore. We do occasionally, but very, very rarely. And about the biggest fast food thing we have is pizza. I can't quit pizza. It's like, it makes me happy and fuzzy inside. But we do eat a lot more at home, and we don't eat as much at all of fast food like McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King. So today I'm showing you an Instant Pot meal. If you don't have an Instant Pot, it's kind of a cross between a crock pot and a pressure cooker, sort of, only like super hyped up and high tech. And I absolutely love mine. I will put a link in the description below on where you can find them on Amazon. And I just absolutely love mine, and this is one of my favorite things to do with it, and that is Instant Pot mashed potatoes and meatloaf. And this particular day I have made meatloaf without eggs. I realized after I decided to make meatloaf, after I'd started thawing my meat, that I didn't have any eggs. So I put in a replacement for eggs, and let's get started. So I put red skin potatoes chopped up in the Instant Pot. Now I'm going to mix up my meatloaf. I use Italian breadcrumbs, about 2 cups of those. I'm making a 2-pound meatloaf. Then I use about a 1/2 cup of Parmesan Romano cheese. Pour in some ketchup. You're gonna notice I don't really measure things a whole lot, so I will try to eyeball them for you. This is about a cup of spaghetti sauce. That is my replacement for eggs. Now some Worcestershire sauce. Just a couple dashes. Some black pepper, sea salt, some garlic powder, onion powder, and I just kind of sprinkle these in to taste. Then I put in some oregano, and some basil as well. You can really put in whatever herbs and spices you prefer. Now I'm going to chop up about, this is pretty close to a 1/2 of an onion. This is a Vidalia onion, but you can use just about any onion you have. I've used red onions a lot in the past, and it really gives a good flavor too. Just add the onion to everything else. Mix it all up. Now I'm going to put in my meat, and I use 2 1-pound packages of ground turkey. This makes it a little bit healthier than using the ground beef, and I find that it has better flavor too, not as greasy. Gotta take off my rings because we don't need meat all up in that ring. So then I just break it up and stir it, make everything kind of mix together. I'm adding a little extra sauce because I felt like it came out a little bit dry. This is the first time I've used the sauce in my meatloaf, so I had to kind of eyeball it. Now I'm making it into my loaf. Next, I'm going to take organic vegetable broth and use about a cup of it in my Instant Pot with my potatoes. You can use water, but I find vegetable broth gives it way more flavor. So now the Instant Pot comes with this little grate, and I put that in on top of the potatoes, and then you put foil on top, and boom, there's the meatloaf. Now I'm going to make a topping for the meatloaf. I use brown sugar and ketchup, and this is really just however much you want to put on. If you want the layer to be smaller, then you can use less. If you want it to be thicker, then you can use more. And I just spread that all over the top of the meatloaf. Really dump it on with the camera in my hand, so here it is, spreading it out. Now you put the lid on. It makes a fun noise, and you have to make sure that it's lined up so that it builds pressure. Then I hit manual, and mine is defaulted to 35 minutes, which is where I put my meatloaf, so you just let it go, and then when it's done, you flip it and it releases pressure like you just saw. You have to let it release pressure before it will allow you to open the lid. And voila, there is my gorgeous meatloaf. Gotta be very careful taking it out on the tin foil. There's a lot of juices underneath, and if you use ground beef, it's gonna be even more juices. So I did drain some of them off. Now, using this without eggs, it did start to fall apart a little bit when I was cutting it. As I got towards the middle, it was a little more firm. So it's not going to look as pretty on your plate, but it is absolutely delicious. So now I'm going to take off that grate. And I always hand mash my potatoes. There is sea salt in there right now. I'm gonna hand mash my potatoes. I just find that it's better, and I always leave the skins on too. I did the steamed Brussels sprouts in the microwave for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden you just have a vegetable to go with your meal. I just put in about a tablespoon of butter just to give it a little bit of extra flavor so the kids will actually eat them. Let that melt, and now I'm going to plate my mashed potatoes. Now I did put some butter in the potatoes and a little bit of sour cream as well, salt and pepper. Now I'm just going to plate everything up. Love me some mashed potatoes. Get some Brussels sprouts on each plate. I do sprinkle some sea salt over top of those to just help enhance the flavors. Meatloaf was a little tricky the first few pieces to get it out of the tin foil because it wanted to fall apart. And yes, I use my hands for everything. But I did wash my hands after I made the meatloaf, so nobody's getting raw meat. And there you have it. There is my my eggless meatloaf. So there you have it, everybody. That is my Instant Pot egg-free meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and of course I had the Brussels sprouts with it. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have an Instant Pot, please comment your favorite recipes below. If you do not, pick one up. They are amazing, amazing tools for the kitchen. Just remember, there is no such thing as a cookie cutter life. Take care.